milkshakey, protein ice creamy kind of treat. If you already like the sugar cookies, you're gonna love it in this cream. Welcome back to the Anabolic Hub, where we make anabolic deliciousness. We're back inside my kitchen today, and we're doing another original recipe, highly inspired by Nick over at Exercise for Cheat Meals. His method of doing his latest creams, along with the order of the ingredients, helped out tremendously when I put this together. So thank you, Nick. Didn't have to reinvent the wheel on a good part of this. Really appreciate it. But today, we're gonna be doing an anabolic protein ice cream milkshake. You can call it all of that because the consistency works no matter what you wanna call it. This one is super delicious. I'm so excited to share it with you. We're gonna be taking my anabolic sugar cookie recipe as the mix-in today. After we put the cream together, we're gonna add that in, and oh my goodness, if that recipe couldn't taste any better, adding it into this cream intensifies the flavors of the cookie, it intensifies the flavors of the cream, and I am super excited to share it with you. So with no further ado, let's get things started by having a look at the ingredients. Here we go. Ice, frozen strawberries, unsweetened cashew milk, plain non-fat Greek yogurt, vanilla extract, the one ingredient to rule them all, salt, Pea Science Snickerdoodle Whey Casein blend, sugar-free vanilla pudding mix, guar gum, Swerve, granular, Kenny's Delicious Sugar Cookie. This is a different kind of magical recipe. We're putting all of our ingredients in separate stages into our blender, blending them up in separate stages, and making some anabolic deliciousness. So let's get things started here by adding in our ice first. We need 380 grams. Next, we're gonna put in 80 grams of our frozen strawberries. And we're gonna head right over to the base to give this a quick crushing / blending. And vlog mode engaged. And we have our first 1-minute blend. Ice and strawberries crushed. And don't let that strawberry color fool you. It's not gonna taste like strawberries, don't worry. You're probably not even gonna notice that it's a strawberry color by the time we're done with it. But we move on to our next set of ingredients. First one is going to be 130 grams of our unsweetened cashew milk. Then it's 120 grams of our plain non-fat Greek yogurt, negative scale measuring system. Then we need 4 grams of our vanilla extract, 2 grams of salt, and we're back over to the base. And our second blend for 1 minute. Okay, bye. And before we add the rest of our ingredients, we're gonna give the sides a quick scrape down and move the bottom ingredients to the top, thereby reversing it and making sure we get a nice clean mix. Flavor stick out. Scraping commence. Sides scraped, bottom to top done. Flavor stick back in. Now we'll add in the rest of the ingredients, the first one being 40 grams of our Pea Science Snickerdoodle flavor. You can use any vanilla-based protein powder that you want here. Even a straight-up vanilla works great. I happen to like the little cinnamony flavor that comes with this particular protein powder, but if you just have vanilla, rock with vanilla. I highly recommend a whey casein blend, but if you gotta use whey, you gotta use whey. I'll give it the okay this time around. Ooh, that almost sounded like a poem. 40 grams of our Snickerdoodle Pea Science protein powder going in. Of course, I got 39. Topped it off. Then 7 grams of our sugar-free vanilla pudding mix. Then we need 1 gram of our guar gum. You can use more than 1 gram. I would say up to 3 grams if you want a super amount of volume. I don't react well to that much guar gum, so I only put in 1 gram and it's plenty of volume for me, but you do you. If you want more, add in more guar gum. However, I'm putting in 1 gram of it here. And our last ingredient for the blend is going to be 30 grams of our Swerve granular, or any 0-calorie sweetener, but Swerve is the best. And we're back over to the base for 2 more quick blends, adding in our mix in, and then you know where we're going next, the taste test table. Vlog mode has been re-engaged. 1 minute blend coming up here. And we're gonna stay here at the base. One more scrape down. We'll leave the flavor stick in this time. We just wanna make sure we got everything off the sides. Some of that wet ingredients up, capture any of that dry ingredients that might be left. Great tip again from Nick. All right, 1 more minute. Pulling out the flavor stick here. Oh, nice, creamy, deliciously sweet sugariness. It just needs the cookie, folks. It just needs the cookie. And we're not gonna steal Nick's thing with the big mug. I think I'm gonna reserve that for his cream recipe reviews only. Back to our standard glass here. Gonna pour this in, add in our mix in, and then it's over to the taste. Well, you know, best part is the pour. And that's probably only about 1/3 to 1/2 of what's actually in the blender. You get about 6 cups with this. So we have our mix in here, which is one of my sugar cookies. So if you've made that recipe already, your mix-ins are ready to go. Definitely something you're gonna wanna add into this. Total game changer with this mix-in. We're gonna add this right in here, pop some into the center, leave some on top, and go give this a try. Side note, I took Nick's advice again. I chopped up the cookie, some little pieces, some bigger chunks. Total game changer. Gives you a nice texture throughout the entire cream of little bits to have and then big chunks to indulge. And that's about all for this particular serving. Let's take it over to the taste test table so we can see how awesome it tastes. And we're back at the taste test table yet again to try another anabolic protein ice cream milkshake. Oh my goodness. I didn't think I could get my sugar cookies to taste any better than they already do. Putting it into this cream just intensifies the flavors even more, which I didn't think was possible, but we've done it here with this cream. I really hope you try it because it is so delicious. But let's stop talking about it because it's a protein ice cream and it's obviously gonna start to melt soon. So with no further ado, let's dive right in, picking up the spoon here. First bite, best bite. Every time with this one, you can't convince me otherwise. Here we go. A little bit of that mix in, gonna spill over the side. Heavenly, absolutely heavenly. If you already like the sugar cookies, you're gonna love it in this cream. Oh my goodness. The consistency is perfect. Nice little milkshakey, protein ice creamy kind of treat. Great post-workout. Post-workout for me, so I'm loving every second of it here. I also think the strawberries add a nice texture to the cream. I've found when I just use ice and I don't use frozen fruit, the consistency comes out a little bit different. I prefer it like this. Curious what your thoughts are. Do you like your protein ice cream with frozen fruit? No frozen fruit? Ice only? Let me know in the comment section. And legitimate, if you're using that PE Science Snickerdoodle flavor, I know Snickerdoodles aren't sugar cookies. They're similar, but there's distinct differences. But it works really well with this particular cream. So if you have that protein powder, I highly recommend you use that. But like I said, any vanilla base is gonna be totally fine with this one. I almost tried it with the cake pop flavor, but I have another idea for a cake pop cream coming soon. Little preview there. But getting back to this one, it is absolutely 100% delicious. Like I said, this is only about 1/3 to half of what's in the blender. So much volume. We're only using 1 gram of the guar gum. So if you're sensitive to guar gum like I am, that might help you out. I know it does for me. Once some of the sugar cookie mix-in goes into the cream and starts to absorb some of said cream, and you get a bite of that, oh my goodness. It is a flavor explosion. If you like sweetness, if you like sugar cookies, if you like desserts, this is going to be your new favorite cream, no doubt in my mind. I'm not even using the whole mix in here. I think I ended up using about 1/3 of it. I put it in here, but if you wanted to put this into a big bowl, or if you have one of those exercise for cheat meals, big beer glasses, those 400-ounce things, you could dump it all in there, have it all at once. I almost like having it in a smaller container like this because then it feels like you're getting more. You can go back for seconds. So right when you think the last bite, which is always the worst bite, has arrived, you can go back and there's more to have. Absolute fantastic recipe here. If you try it, please let me know in the comment section because I'd love to hear how it turned out for you. If you liked my sugar cookies, you're gonna love this cream. I wanna hear about it. Like I always say, the real world results are really what matters. Don't just want it to look pretty on the thumbnail. Don't just want it to look like it's a nice presentation in the video. I want it to be made. I want you guys to come back, let me know how it turned out for you so we can have a nice little boisterous discussion in the comment section. That's why we're here, so let's discuss. But it is getting to be about that time. I gotta get up out of here. Gonna have to have this on the road, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye.